In the middle of recent earthquakes, aftershocks, and strong typhoons affecting many parts of the Philippines, one important question rises. What's the right thing to do during a crisis? Today, I will explore 4 major ethical theories and show how they help us understand real issues happening in our country.
I'm Eunice Faith Godin, and in this video, I will explain deontology, utilitarianism, virtue ethics, and social contract theory, and apply each one to current issues such as disaster response, transparency, flood control controversies, and national debates on government decisions. So, let's begin with deontology, or Kantian ethics. Now, this theory states that the morality is grounded in duties, principles, and moral rules. An action is right if it follows a moral duty regardless of the consequences. Now, Kant calls this the categorical imperative. We should act only according to rules we believe everyone should follow. Now, applied to our current situation, think about the government agencies handling disaster funds after earthquakes or typhoons. And under deontology, officials have a strict duty to remain honest, to follow procurement rules, and to provide transparent reporting. So, even if someone argues that shortcuts would make the process faster, deontology says a duty is a duty, and public officials must uphold moral and legal rules. So, during the response to the earthquake in Cebu, for example, public leaders were expected to fully disclose fund usage and protect people's rights. For a deontologist, failing to do so is morally wrong, regardless of any claimed benefits. Next is utilitarianism. It's also called consequentialism. Now, this theory says an action is good if it produces the greatest good for the greatest number of people. So, instead of focusing on rules, it evaluates the results of a decision. In the disaster response, utilitarian thinking is often used. For example, during recent typhoons, officials had to choose which communities to evacuate first, where to send rescue teams, and how to divide limited relief goods. So, these decisions require balancing needs and risks. A utilitarian would say, choose the option that saves the most lives and reduces the most suffering. That means high-risk areas, flood-prone, landslide-prone, or coastal communities may receive earlier help, even if others have to wait long. Because the goal is maximizing total well-being and rescue with the resources available. The third one that we have is virtue ethics. It focuses not on rules or outcomes but on character. It asks, what kind of person should a leader be? Good leadership requires virtues such as courage, compassion, honesty, and integrity. Now, during the earthquake and typhoons, we saw many examples of virtuous behavior. Local volunteers helping neighbors, leaders coordinating evacuations even during danger, and communities sharing resources. Now, these actions display moral character. But there are also issues in the Philippines where virtue is lacking, like reports of ghost flood control projects or funds not reaching communities. These cases show failures of integrity, which virtue ethics strongly condemns. Virtue ethics reminds us that during crisis, leadership is not only about decisions, it is about moral character shown through actions. The last one that we have is social contract theory. It says that society works because citizens and the government have mutual obligations. Citizens follow laws and support the state, and in return, the government must protect people's rights, use public funds properly, and ensure safety and fairness. Now, this theory helps us understand the current national debates, such as concerns surrounding the Maharlika Investment Fund. Many people question whether it would be managed responsibly and whether the government would be transparent. Because when trust is damaged, the social contract weakens. Now, disasters. The social contract also plays a major role. Government is expected to act quickly, allocate resources fairly, and communicate honestly. Citizens, on the other hand, are expected to follow safety protocols, cooperate with authorities, and participate in community recovery. So, if either side fails, trust and legitimacy collapses. So, how do these theories guide ethical leadership during crisis? Let's have our breakdown. Deontology highlights the importance of duties, laws, and rights. Utilitarianism focuses on saving the most lives and helping the largest number of people. Virtue ethics emphasizes having leaders with strong moral character. And social contract theory stresses trust, accountability, and the shared responsibilities of citizens and government. In reality, ethical decisions cannot rely on just one theory. A truly ethical leader must follow rules, consider outcomes, act with good character, and maintain public trust. When combined, these theories provide a complete framework for guiding decisions in challenging times. So, as we continue recovering from the recent earthquakes and typhoons, these ethical theories help us evaluate how leaders act and how communities respond. They encourage us to ask, are our leaders transparent? Do their decisions help the greatest number of people? Do they show integrity? Do they honor the social contract? At the same time, we, the citizens, also play a role. Ethical leadership isn't limited to public officials. It begins with each of us choosing honesty, responsibility, compassion, and accountability in daily life. Thank you for watching. My name is Janice Faithadine, and this has been my video discussion on the 4 major ethical theories and how they guide leadership.